This is Violent Valentine's Day, and you're watching Melvin Music Group.
But most people just knew this guy for Melvin, okay?
I've got balls of steel.
So, how you doing today, man?
I'm all right. I just been chilling all day.
Yeah, no, this is kind of out of nowhere. It's a little unexpected, but it's a good surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy now.
Yeah, no. So, I obviously haven't known about your music for too long, but from what I've heard in the past 30 minutes that I've known about you, you got some sick stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just kind of do my own thing.
Mm.
I don't know.
So, unfortunately, I didn't have a ton of time to do a lot of research, but I see you got two projects out right now. You got one.
One of them?
Oh, no, yeah, you have, well, only one of them has one song, but you have a project out with Kidcole, and you just got a bunch of singles out going on. So, how did that, relationship start?
So me and Cole met in the X and Ski Hub Discord server in September. He wasn't that big, and I kind of made music. I was a meme rapper at the time, but I didn't really take music seriously. And he helped me set up my meme rap album the first day we met. I didn't know he made music, and then we ended up becoming friends over time, and then we just formed like a really close bond. Like he's like my best friend now at this point because we call every day, we talk, play games, everything. We're like we have each other's backs.
Yeah.
So me and him wanted to do a collab tape because we wanted to establish ourselves as a duo. So we did a tape, and we released it on Valentine's Day, like relating to my name. So I thought that would be, pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it is.
And it was on a Friday too. Valentine's Day was on a Friday, so I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is perfect. This works out. So we dropped it, and we spent a lot of time. We almost ruined our friendship. Like, I always bugged him. We always bugged each other. We spent so much time on that stupid tape. But I mean, it came out pretty well. I like how it came out.
I obviously haven't heard all of it, but from what I heard of it, you guys have a good collaboration, a good vibe you got going on, both of you guys together.
Yeah, because, but yeah, I'm not my sound wise. I'm not at my prime yet because I only started in November.
Yeah.
So I've only been doing it for I don't know, maybe a few months. So right now I'm just trying to establish my sound, get better, just keep just getting my sound better before I start pushing myself, promoting myself, and getting myself out there.
Yeah, no, totally. But from what I see, you got a nice natural talent. A lot of people don't really get it on the first try, and I feel like you got that sound down, right? You've already developed your whole theme, and I really like that. It's not hard. It's not easy to find.
Yeah, well, it has a lot to do with since November. Actually, no, starting around December. I started making maybe 1 to 2 songs a day. Sometimes I did even up to 4 songs a day. So I have like 70, 80 songs in the vault. And you just keep making. I just find beats. I spend hours and hours. And I just start getting my own sound. Because a lot of people, they just make a song a month, song a week. But I just keep doing it. And then
That's dope, man. You could definitely tell you've put in the work. Obviously you're still really early into the career, but you've already passed that gap of figuring out your niche. You really found your lane, and you're just gonna go hard. And I love that.
Yeah, that's my goal.
So I want to ask, how did you get the name Violent Valentine's Day? Because that is definitely a creative name. I've never heard anything really like that.
So I don't remember exactly where I came up with it from, but I remember after I came up with it, I had some meanings behind it. But so my meanings behind it are, you'd expect Valentine's Day to be a very, very, very peaceful and loving thing. And when you hear the name Violent Valentine's Day, you just think what? What is going on? Because you'd expect it to be a nice and peaceful thing. And it's kind of it kind of resembles myself, because when a lot of people, when they look at me myself, they're just oh, well, he's just a normal peaceful kid or whatever. And then people get to know me, they look at my sound, and it's just what the fuck?
Yeah, no, totally.
It's just the opposite of what you would expect.
Yeah, no, I fuck with it. It's you don't see that kind of name ever, and it threw me off guard. I'm yo, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, I love that name. I remember I was coming up with names, and I told Cole that name. I'm should I go for this name? I was gonna do some basic name with an X and 500 or 1,000 in the name.
I mean,
But-
like, I like the Guapdad 4000. You know who? Yeah, like, I think his name is pretty creative. Like, I love
Yeah,
Violent
that's
Val. Like that, like creative name. That's like super cool.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry, you can go.
I've had quite a few different names over time. Well, actually, when I was a little kid, right?
Mhm.
When I used to make Minecraft YouTube videos,
Yeah.
my name was Kitten Brian 24. So I was a kitten hero Brian.
Mhm.
But then I made some name called Windstripe, and it was a lot younger, so it wasn't like anything.
Mhm.
It was I don't know, it was just a cool name I made. So I'm good with like creating original names and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
super cool. I can definitely tell you got like a whole like atmosphere going with you.
yeah, I'm just
I remember my Minecraft account name was Straw Kid TV.
Straw Kid TV.
Yeah.
Well, actually, before Kitten Brian 24, it was Hero E Brian.
Oh.
So I tried to spell hero, or no, I was like in second grade, and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I want a Minecraft account, because it was like 2011, I think. I don't remember, but I know I was in first grade, and I told my mom like I want a Minecraft account. She picks me up. My mom and my dad picked me up from school one day, and their surprise is, I got you a Minecraft account. And I'm like, and they're like, what do you want me to name it? So I'm like, Hero Brian 24. But they didn't know how to spell Hero Brian.
Yeah.
So it was Hero E Brian 24.
That's hilarious.
So I was Hero E Brian 24 for the longest time.
I feel like everyone has like had a Minecraft YouTube channel. Like if you didn't have a Minecraft YouTube channel, you weren't really hustling back then. Like
Yeah, you're right.
you just like gain that kind of respect for someone who had the Minecraft YouTube channel, because like that's like where everyone starts, especially
Yeah.
at our age group.
Yeah. I did a Minecraft channel. I also was big. I did Roblox videos a while later.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, that was like, yeah, I did Roblox videos around the Minecraft time, because I was big in Roblox back in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved on, and then I started doing vlogs. I was like 9 years old, so they weren't the greatest. But I don't know. I have a YouTube channel now, actually. I do as a side thing when I'm not working on music.
I was just about to ask, like, do you still do YouTube, or like do you like use
Yeah,
it like do music related content? Like, do you like kind of like assimilate it with your brand, or is it like two separate things?
So it's kind of a mix. I have 2 reaction videos where I react to some songs. That's just like a fun thing I do just when I have a lot of energy. I have some random story time. I have like a random Discord video, and I have a Minecraft video with my friends. So some of it's music related. It just depends. I was gonna start actually an interview podcast a long time ago, but I never ended up doing it. You know Egovert, right?
Yeah, I do know Igor. Yeah.
I was friends with him back before he like got big.
Oh, really?
I wasn't really friends, but we were just like like
you knew him.
acquaintances. Yeah, me and him talked like when he'd DM me and stuff. He'd answer. We'd have conversations. But I was like more of a fan. And I was trying to interview him, but he didn't do any interviews at the time. So I almost got an Egovert interview.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, I remember I started my whole interview thing because I found J Rabbit, and I thought his music was really cool. Like at the now he has songs with like 20,000 plays, but like or his name is Lockbox now, but he had like one song with like 1,000 plays, and I was like, yo, this kid is sick. I really want to like be a part of the come up of like this guy, and like ever since then I've just been enjoying like doing interviews with like people. Like I only do it with people like I really fuck with. Like I get like I'll put like posts in like servers and be like, yo, send me your stuff, I'll want to do interviews, and like I'll get like 20 things, and I won't do any of them just because like I really like want to like look at everyone's career that I interviewed and be like, oh, they all got big at one point.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be the best feeling.
No, but
yeah,
you got definitely like a good voice for it too. Like I feel like my voice is not great for it, but you got like that like interesting, like intriguing voice going on.
I mean, I guess so. My voice 1 year ago was not it. Here, let me pull up a clip real quick on my phone of what I sounded like 1 year ago. Hold on, listen.
New face filters on Instagram today.
That was me 1 year ago.
Yeah. No, it's great. It felt like I'm talking really fast and like excited. My voice gets really high, but like when I'm chill, my voice is deep. But like I'm in between having like a deep and a high voice. But like most of the time, I do have a high voice. Like when people like talk to me in real life and like they talk to me on the internet, it sounds so different.
It's the same with me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But back to like your music stuff, like what would you say would be your favorite song? Like the fun one you like is your favorite one, and then I could say like what's the most fun you had working on a track?
So right now, like as of this second, my favorite is either my last song or this unreleased song I have called "In the Dark."
Mm-hmm.
There's this one artist I've been following him since I was in 5th or 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I know so I was super young. And his name is Cocky Flocky. His name was Cocky Flocky. His name is Flocky now.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like 1,000 followers. And I've been a fan of him since I was, I think, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows me. He knows that I've been a fan for the longest time. And
Mm-hmm.
I sent him a snippet of the In the Dark song. I said it was my new favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he'd be down to work on it. He sees that this has potential and it's going to go somewhere. So
Yo, that's
when
crazy.
I get that, I know it's amazing. I'm so happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get that back from him, that's probably going to be my favorite. He can't go to the studio yet though because the whole quarantine.
Yeah,
thing.
no. How's this whole quarantine thing been affecting you? Like,
actually, I've been making music less. I don't know why.
really?
Yeah, I just been playing Animal Crossing a lot. Not gonna lie.
That's what it gets you. Animal Crossing. I've seen people's like lives just get sucked into it. Like I've had friends that I would talk to every day and just like haven't heard from them in weeks since it came out.
It's so addicting. I was doing it actually right when Sega texted me for the live,
Oh, really?
or not the live, the interview.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Animal Crossing can like. You saw that one thing with like the old lady that had 3,500 hours on Animal Crossing.
Wait, and she played it for years, right?
Yeah, like she had it was the original. I think it was the 3DS version. She's like I played it since the day I came out, and like they did a whole article on her.
Yeah,
Like she was like 98 years old.
They named one of the new villagers after her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I heard a YouTuber talk about that. I don't know if it's true, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
90%
I
sure.
I think she passed away. That's why they did the article about her. So that might
Oh,
be.
did she really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I know she was like 98 2 years ago. So
Oh yeah, then that would make sense.
yeah, you lived a long, full life.
Worth it on Animal Crossing.
Yeah. So, do you have any like new stuff coming out that you're working on, or like anything big in the works?
So, I will. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna announce this here.
Mm-hmm.
So I like spent so much time. If I wanted to, I could drop like 4 or 5 projects right now.
Yeah.
I have so much music, but I have a list of projects I'm working on for 2020 and 2021.
Mm-hmm.
My next one, I've posted. I've been teasing for like a few months, or not a few, maybe like a month now. Only I can't speak.
It's all good, man.
Mostly in March. I've been teasing this. It's called "We Will All Be Forgotten." That's just the name for now. That's just the filler name.
Yeah,
It
that's
should be the
dope. I
final
like
name.
that.
But it will be like more of like a sad, vibey, singy kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll drop that this summer.
That's awesome.
So yeah, late July is when it should come out.
I'm definitely gonna check out for that. Like, I've only listened to your music for maybe like an hour, and I'm already like a fan. Like, I'm definitely gonna be checking for you, man.
It's fucking awesome.
No, I think the thing is for me, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like album names is the easiest thing to do, but like creating the album is the hard.
Yeah.
Do you ever find that like you could always like come up with concepts, but like doing it?
Yeah, I have so many concepts.
Yeah.
I have like a screamo concept called. It had 2 names. It had Mosh Pit and Nose Break. Those are the 2 names.
Yo, I like Nose Break. That's cool.
I like that too. And I was gonna work on that, but I scrapped that.
Mm-hmm.
I also have my first project's called Suicide Note, but most of it is privated. I could send it to you if you want.
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
But it was made all on my iPhone headphones and my mom's laptop, like $100 laptop.
Dude, that's
and I did
sick.
some of them on my phone, so I recorded the voice memos and synced it up.
Yo, that's sick. It's like the realest vibes you got going on.
Yeah,
You can't
and then-
recapture that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I dropped that on New Year's to like kind of symbolize like this is what I'm starting. It was called Suicide Note.
That's awesome.
And it was basically there was a whole suicide note at the end. There was a small story to it, but at the time it was a story for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yo, that's sick.
Yeah,
Especially
that was
coming
fun.
out with like a concept kind of project. That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, So yeah, that was my first real project.
Mm-hmm.
There's the picture is a upside down gravestone, but it's not supposed to be like satanic or anything. I just thought it looked.
Yeah, no,
Just thought it fit the whole vibe.
Sometimes you just gotta go with that imagery, you know. You gotta, even if you don't really like fully like back the kind of like things it represents, you gotta like it just like for artistic reasons, you know.
Gravestone on it, and I actually have an album cover that a graphic artist did for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's called "Choking on Roses." And it'll actually be Suicide Note Part 2 because it's in a whole graveyard. So that photo was like me as kind of like just me as like one kind of sound, just me starting off, and then now it'll be in like a whole graveyard, and it'll be expanding, and then there'll be more story to it. So that's my also another goal or like album kind of thing I'm working on.
Yeah, no.
And then either 2021 or 2022. I'm going to like spend like a lot of money, get features and stuff, and I'm gonna work on a self-titled album called Violent Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna drop that on on Valentine's Day, either next year or the year after.
I was literally thinking when we were like first talking about your name, I'm like, it's so perfect because that would be so dope for like a self-titled project, Valentine's Day. Awesome. Like it sounds like an album name and a person's name. Like it's so sick. Like, what would you say is like your most embarrassing song that you've made? Like.
So, it's probably some of my like old meme rap stuff. It was super like offensive, and it was just there to like get people to be like, what the hell. It was just try to annoy everybody, piss everyone off. I didn't write anything down. I just freestyled everything. But I have this Before I Close My Eyes remix, and it was right when I started singing, and my voice cracks about 70 times in it. It is the most embarrassing thing in the world. That's probably it's so bad.
You know what, that happens sometimes. You know, you can't really control it.
It was my first one of my first singing songs though. So
now I see you dropped a song called All For You that was 5 days ago and already got like 100 views. What would I was like recording that, like it's already kind of blowing up a little bit.
Yeah, that song, I do all my songs like 9, 10 to like 5 in the morning. So I just do all my songs at night when I'm just like kind of vibing.
Yeah.
Actually I have a process. So like I drink like let's say I drink some like a shit ton of caffeine before, and then I have energy, and then I have these LEDs. I always turn them to red. That's my music recording color. I don't know why.
You know, you gotta get in the zone, man.
And then I just like search for beats for a while, and I'm pretty sure there's this one producer. His name is Torres, and he produced the song. And I've been following him for a while. He does free for profit beats. He does a lot of Lil Tracy and Lil Peep type beats. So I'm pretty sure he had some Tracy type beat I liked, and I just came up with I'm gonna get a tattoo with your name on it, and I'm like, holy shit. This is so good. So then I just started going on from that. It's actually my first song I've ever used auto-tune on. So I don't mix my stuff. I do everything on Audacity still. So I actually sent it to Cole, and he mixed it.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, that song. Yeah.
You know, it's already doing numbers. That's sick.
Yeah, I enjoy that song.
You see, I haven't asked this to many people, but I just have like a feeling that what would you say? Do you ever get ideas from being on the toilet? Because I always feel like I get my ideas from being on the toilet. I feel like that'd be a good conversation to have.
I feel like, yeah, I probably do. I feel like I do sometimes.
Because like my best ideas have come on the toilet. Like,
yeah,
that's just like my time to zone, and like
I normally get my best ideas when I take like my ADHD medicine, and I'm like super, because I don't know why, just like sometimes I just start thinking, my mind goes and goes and goes, and I just come up with crazy ideas. That was part of that must have been when I came up with Violent Valentine's Day. But yeah, I one of the worst like, you know, I sometimes when I'm going through like really bad things, like I was going through a rough time. I was in Miami, like there was a whole thing that happened there. And I was sitting there, and there was like so much like family drama, everything going on. So I'm sitting there. I was like scared for my life. I thought I was screwed. And I used to do this little journal, and I used to write my ideas in it. And I randomly wrote, I randomly thought of a concept idea for an album, and that was the Suicide Note album. So I just like come up with my cool ideas at just random times.
Yeah.
I don't know though, but the toilet definitely for me on ADHD medicine. But I mean, it's prescribed. I don't do drugs. I'm not about that. But
I was actually
but
misdiagnosed with ADHD for like 7 years, like since first grade until like high school. Like it was just because I had such bad anxiety that like I couldn't focus. But I took ADHD medicine for so long and never actually had it.
Yeah, that just sounds like a bad doctor.
Yeah.
Or whoever did it.
No, yeah. But like it's just like I totally respect like people who have it and like work through it. Like that's insane. And like it's a hard thing to overcome.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure Albert Einstein had it. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember my mom said that. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, no, Albert Einstein did. My mom said that to me when everyone thought I did have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know because I'm pretty sure like a lot of creative people have it.
Some of the best people have the most disadvantages to themselves. Because like
true,
you learn how to like work out of it.
Like Stephen Hawking, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. One of the greatest minds of our generation.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Someone who's like born with like everything there for them without any struggles doesn't really know how to like scratch and claw to get somewhere. So like, if you have like stuff to overcome, that just makes you a better person. Is what I feel like.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too. Because I feel like people who go through a lot as a child just like have a lot of problems growing up, are like just overall more humble people.
Yeah, no.
And
couldn't agree.
Yeah, I'm not saying people who don't go through it aren't humble, but generally, like, people know more about people. They know how to work with. It's just a lot better.
Yeah, no, totally. I can agree. Like, you're able to empathize more.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I want to talk about is when I came in, like, when I started doing music and everything, I did not, like, I always heard, like, people are going to start using you and stuff. And it would, like, there's going to be a lot of fake people. I never realized how bad it really was. I thought like majority of the people were like me and other people I know, just trying to do their own thing, be there for them, like selves and friends. But, like, I didn't realize how bad it was, people using each other.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I'm not used to that. I've never really seen that a lot.
I feel like there's good uses and bad. Like technically, I'm using you for something right now because like you're more popular than me, and I'd like to interview. But like, there's like people who get something out of it, and there's people who just want to use you for your name.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I never knew it was like that. It's like weird to me because I get a lot of DMs all the time. They're like, "Hey, what's up?" Da 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 da, and then they're like, "I love your music. We should work together." And I'm like, "All right." And then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we should get Kidcole," or "Hey, can I talk to Kidcole?" I'm getting used so much for being friends with Cole.
Yeah,
it's insane.
And you're like, "Yo, I got my own thing going on too, bro."
Exactly. Cole said I should start charging for features, but I don't. I feel like I'm not at the point where I should charge yet. I don't know.
You know what? If it's not the popularity, it's the quality of the feature. Like, if you think you're kicking some dope shit, like, go ahead, charge people for it. Like, it's your stuff at the end of the day. Don't let other people decide, like, you're not big enough to be charging. Like, if they're the ones wanting the feature.
I'm like super generous. Like, I give out features to almost everyone who asks. So I probably should stop doing that. Sometimes I don't even like their music that much. I just do it to be nice.
I think you should be. I think this is how a lot of people do. Like, if you fuck with the music, you fuck with the song, then you can do the feature or like do whatever you want. But if like you don't like it, just like chase the bag of like, yo, $50 and I'll do it, or like $100 and I'll do it.
Oh shit! But yeah, I mean, yeah, I should probably start doing that. But if I was to sell features, it wouldn't be allowed. It'd be like $10 for now.
You know what? Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. I also wanted to talk about another thing.
Go ahead.
So a big thing I hate is when like other artists kind of like little bro people because of their age.
Yeah.
Most people, when they find out how I am, they like most people when I tell them my age, they're like, what the fuck? So how old do you think I am?
Probably like 16, 17.
I'm 14. I'm a freshman.
You know what? That's cool, bro. I know.
And
Sega's on the younger end too. I still fuck with him, if you're able to be like a mature human being, that's all that really matters. You don't need to
Exactly.
be the same age. It's about the age of your mind. Like I know people 25 that are probably at a lesser level than you, like intellectually. So like, you know what? If they're judging you on your age, you don't need to work with them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, but it's also like a thing. Like, if people ask and they like my music, or a lot of people, if they just ask in general, it's kind of like, oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty young, and they're just like blown away because it's like, I mean, I don't really think I'm that talented, but I get a lot of people telling me I'm talented. So,
You know what? You're doing great for your age. And, you know, the best thing is that you started so early. So by the time you're 18, you're already way established. Like, look at Chief Keef or someone like that. Like, he's making his best music, and he's like 21 because he's been in the game so long. Like, if you start, the earlier you start, the more you develop, and the longer time you have to be ahead of people who like start at 21.
Speaking of Chief Keef, you know what surprised me? I just saw
What's up?
his biggest song is Kobe Rolly with Uzi now.
Oh, I think it's his like highest charting song. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's bigger than Don't Like and Love Sosa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't like, what the hell? That surprises me.
But you know what? That song is so far. I've been waiting for that song for so long.
I was so happy. Yeah,
I've-
Uzi's he's spamming my phone right now with tweets.
Really?
Like, not me.
Oh,
but, like,
yeah,
he's-
but like he tweets so much.
yeah, he's starting to tweet again. I'm pretty sure like album or
In-
something. I'm just waiting for a whole lot of red. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, honestly, I was so hyped. Like when the Kid Cudi like leaked, I was like, yo, he's about to drop. I'm so excited. And then when Cancun leaked, I was like, yo, he's about to drop. I'm so excited. At this point, I'm like, if he drops, I'll listen to it, but I'm not gonna check every Cardi leak for him at this point.
Yeah,
I am no
like,
longer watching
always-
the Bobalam videos trying to find everything.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yo, Bobalam and You Dig. It's like my guilty pleasures. I hate the people, but like I like their video, like the content.
Same thing with me. It was like he's like 4 A's, 4 I's, or whatever
Yo,
he says.
You Dig. I want to punch that guy. He just has like a punchable personality.
But the thing with him is he clickbaits hard.
Yo, every video is like, is Playboy Cardi Whole Lot of Red coming out next week? Like confirmed
pretty sure
coming
I
out
saw-
April 21st. Like,
I'm pretty sure I like Love Is Rage like 3 or 4 video on something like that. I'm like, what is
it's
he
like
talking?
Uzi just dropped. He's not gonna drop a third album in the same month.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Yo, I
But
was
no.
not expecting the deluxe to be actually, I kind of was, but like I didn't know how many. I thought it was gonna be like 8 songs, like a whole nother album. That was insane.
Yeah, that was. I liked the deluxe maybe a little more.
Yo, everyone liked the deluxe a little more. People are saying like, yo, the Eternal Take lived up. It didn't. It was like good.
It was not up to that.
It was not up to the hype. Uzi versus the World though, that was up to the hype.
Yeah, definitely. I just want a whole lot of red because I saw Cardi live before, and just like, I don't know, it's just like the energy is crazy, and I love his music.
Yeah, no. Would you ever think of doing a song in the baby voice style
No, I mean like,
with like your own little twist? Like, do you think you'd ever try like the baby voice thing?
nah, probably not because it's not like original. I mean,
Yeah.
but, like maybe like for fun.
Yeah, no, like I didn't mean like upload it like in your album or something, but like, would you ever like see what it sound like?
Yeah, probably.
You know what's a trend I see people doing a lot is like the coronavirus freestyle, like quarantine freestyle. Like I think I've seen like
Yeah.
over 50 of those.
I'm pretty sure Trippie Redd did one.
Yeah, no, I know Chris Webby did a quarantine freestyle. That was like, I haven't seen Chris Webby since like 2011, like that name, and I saw a quarantine freestyle. Like, I need to check this out.
I've never heard that name before.
He was like in the whole like Mac Miller kind of like suburban rap kind of lane.
I first heard Mac Miller with the Donald Trump song the day he got elected.
Oh, really?
But so any more questions or anything?
You know, I didn't really come in with too many questions. I was hoping like the conversation would go naturally, which it's been doing pretty good. I feel like I've learned a lot about you. Is there anything you feel like people
I got a
would?
lot.
Do you think anything that like your fans would want to know about you that you want to say? 'Cause I feel like
I've done one interview before, but it was with Cole, and it was as my meme persona. So
Yeah.
it wasn't much of like real. I mean, it was just it was right before I started. It was like
Yeah.
a few. I'm pretty sure it was like 2 weeks before I started. taking music seriously.
Unfortunately, I'm like grossly unprepared. I really wish like we were able to do this a little later, but like if you want to get it in, if you wanted to get it in, I'm like, yo, I'm down.
All right.
We could always
I mean,
do
like-
another one if you want. You know, like another day, maybe a little bit farther in, a couple months.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know,
I'm definitely down. Always keep you added, but I have more stuff to talk about.
yeah, no, go for it. Yeah, I was on ending it. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So another thing I want to talk about was like my inspirations and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like,
totally.
where my sound comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So like I originally I was like everyone. I rode the whole X wave at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like I was a hardcore fan like 2015.
Yeah.
End of 2015, early 2016.
Mm-hmm.
But like over time, I started listening. I listened to like Peep and stuff that got me into the whole emo sound.
Mm-hmm.
That was like I'm pretty sure I listened to Peep right when he died.
Mm-hmm.
So, like it was last year. This year, I've been getting into a lot of like underground, not underground, but like less known,
Yeah.
like emo artists. Like I mean Tracy's pretty known, but like I love Tracy.
Yeah. No,
If you know who Young Goth is.
I do not, but I know who Lil Tracy is.
Young Goth is my profile picture. He was Lil Peep's best friend, and he was like affiliated with Goth Boy Click. He was like in a lot of the music videos. He was in the documentary, the Everybody's Everything. Young Goth is probably my biggest inspiration sound wise. Like I don't know if you've heard some of my songs where I like have like a raspy voice and it's kind of like deeper.
Unfortunately, I have not. Again, like I was excited to dig deeper into your catalog, but I'm a little bit unprepared for this.
I mean that's all good, but I have like some songs where I like do like a like kind of like that, and they're darker. So Young Goth has like a sad kind of version of that, and I kind of like took that, implemented like everything. I took some like Tracy, some X kind of stuff. I took like Peep, like Ghostman. I take stuff from like Zilla Kami, NASCAR Aloe. Like I mix everything.
Yeah, no, totally.
Just a lot of my influences.
Because I could definitely tell from what I've heard of your music that like you have a nice little twist to it. Like you're obviously in that lane, but like I don't really hear a lot of stuff that sounds exactly like you. And I feel like
I try my hardest to be original. But my biggest problem right now is lyrics. I need to work on my lyrics because they're all very similar and all very bland. And I've been getting a lot better at them. But
you always got
that's
time to
another
work,
thing.
man. You're
Yeah,
just starting
that's
in your
just-
career, and you got a lot of places to go.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, like another big inspiration for me is Nirvana. I listen to Nirvana a lot. I take like the whole grungy sound. Recently, I've been trying to like put a modern twist on like Nirvana grunge, 9 Inch Nails. I mean, 9 Inch Nails isn't. I don't think it's grunge, but it's like around that era.
Yeah,
Do you know Radiohead?
I've heard of Radiohead. I'm mostly just a rap listener.
Yeah. So they're like a '90s rock band, and I take a lot of inspiration from Radiohead, Nirvana, 9 Inch Nails, Slipknot, stuff like that. But I mean, like those are a lot of my inspiration. I have a lot. I have like probably like hundreds and hundreds of artists I listen to because ever since I was when I was a little boy, like a little boy, when I was like a little kid.
Yeah,
I don't know. It feels so weird saying little boy. I don't know why.
No.
When I was a little kid, I used to like just play random notes on the guitar and stuff, and I always wanted to be a rock star. That was my whole thing when I was younger.
You know what? You're getting there, bro. You're getting there. One step at a time.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I just listened to music a lot because when I was in 5th grade is when I really started getting into music a lot more. I started listening to Drake, like X, and a lot of like the mainstream stuff, like Black Bear, like when he was a little bit smaller, he had IDFC, stuff like that. And then over time, 6th grade, I started getting into like Uzi, that whole wave, the 2016 wave, and it just started going up. And then like last year, I started getting into underground. And now I just know a lot of people in the underground. It's really cool.
I just had a great question I was about to ask, but I just forgot. I'll let you know when I think of it.
One thing, so like if I had like dream artists to work with.
Oh, that's a great question, yeah.
So if I had like dream artists, my dream artist would definitely be Young Goth, who I told you about. I hope I could do it soon because he's blowing up. like a lot more than he was. He's just going straight up now, so it's gonna be at a point where I can't really work with him. You know, like the whole Spider Gang thing,
No, if you can inform me, that'd be.
like Spider Gang, like Lil Darky and all them. You don't know about that?
No, not really. Would you care to
So
explain?
you know who Lil Darky is though?
I do not, unfortunately. I'm not really like
don't
tapped
know?
into that whole like goth emo
Oh.
rap wave.
Well, he's not emo. He's like he's like offensive,
Like-
kind of like.
Mhm.
I don't know. He made a hit song called like it's called Holocaust.
No, I haven't heard
but-
of it. I'll definitely check it out though.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty good. He has somebody in his group called A14. I really want to work with. He's a bit smaller. He has like I think like I'm saying like 5,000 followers. That's my guess.
Okay, yeah, nothing out of your reach.
Yeah, so he like screams. I like a lot of screamo stuff. You know NASCAR Aloe?
Yeah, no, totally. I know Ascarnello. I know him from Josiah.
Yeah, I want to work with NASCAR too.
Yeah, no,
That'd be a really good thing.
that'd be sick. Oh, I remember what I wanted to ask you. What was like? When did you realize like you're talented at like rap? And, like, when did you know like you were gonna be an artist?
Okay, so like when did I just start to realize that I could just keep going and keep doing this?
No,
Is
like
that
when
what
did
you're
you realize like, damn, I want to make music and I'm like actually kind of sick at it. Like I want to work on this. Like yeah.
So I did like the whole meme thing, and I was trying to take it a little bit more serious. I made a song called "Click." It's my first song on my page. I hit up Cole, and I'm like, "Listen to this." He's like, "Okay." His face was wide open. He's like, "Holy crap!" I like he's like, "I believe in you. Like you could start doing this." And then I'm from there. I mean, I just kept, and I'm like, I just started listening to my own music sometimes. But like a big thing is people from the outside, if they look in at an artist, they're like, "Oh, he listens to his own music. That's like super egotistical." But it's something you could only really understand if. Sorry. It's like really hard to understand unless you're in that position.
Yeah. Well,
But
you
I
gotta
was-
know your work to be able to improve on it. Like, if you don't listen to it, you don't know what like your flaws are, like what you could work on. And also, like, who's gonna listen to it if you're not gonna listen to it? You know, if you don't like your own stuff, why do you expect other people to like it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's another thing. You need to like when you start making your own music, it's hard to like keep yourself from listening to other types of music because you don't want to be too inspired by anything without realizing it. Because you just want to like be inspired by yourself to keep pushing your own sound. And like sometimes like like let's say I like take a line, right? So I have one of my songs, I say I get sad when you call me on my phone. I was listening to like other artists I listen to, and I heard him say the same exact line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god. Because like how you could just listen to so much music, it just kind of gets in the back of your head.
Yeah, totally.
And that drives me crazy when I do that sometimes, and I don't realize it.
I know Lil Yachty only listens to R&B and like soul. Like I think he did an interview once where he's like, I do not listen to rap, like because I feel like I just get influenced all the time. Like I know a lot of artists do that, and like that's how you stay original.
I mean, yeah, definitely. That's why I haven't been listening to like a lot of underground rap and all recently. It's just been mostly like I had like a mainstream phase, underground phase, and like I'm going back up like mainstream in 90s right now. That's
Yeah.
vibing too.
Who would you say is like your favorite like 90s rapper or like old school rapper? Could even be
I
a
mean,
new
like,
person
90s
in like the old school style if you'd like just kind of like that like
Well-
kind of like different than like your whole like the whole like kind of vibe you're in.
Definitely Eazy-E.
Yeah, no.
Rapper wise, Eazy-E is my favorite. He's not like a lot of people know about him, but I feel like he's underrated.
Definitely, yeah, no. I feel like he's one of the more underlooked people of NWA.
Definitely. And Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
But like rock wise, 9 Inch Nails, Radiohead, and Nirvana, like I said. But yeah, I mean, like when I started like realizing I can start doing this is when I showed Cole that song, and then Cole had a whole talk with me. He's like, "You keep doing this." Actually, do you want me to call up Cole right now and he could say something to the video?
Sure, yeah, totally.
I mean, like he's been one of my biggest inspirations at the same time because just seeing him get bigger and big. He has so many fans. I swear to God,
Yeah.
it's like I get so jealous. Like, Cole. I was just about to say when I hit like 15K the other day. So I just hit like 15K plays the other day, and I was like super excited about it. And I show Cole, he's like, "Dude, that's awesome! I'm so proud of you." Then he sends me his plays. He's like 250K, and I'm like, "Really? Wow."
You know what? You gotta start somewhere, and then you work towards that. You know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just been doing my own thing. I feel like I'm growing a lot faster now, and I'm just a lot more happy. Like, it's been a little bit more stressful because I've been getting a little bit more like, I just get like fans actually texting me like on a like daily basis now and stuff. So it's like,
You gotta like
it's just
keep
a
up with
little
all
more
that.
yeah, I mean, but I enjoy it a lot.
Hey, Noah, guess what my last 7 days is?
You're what?
Guess what my last 7 days is?
What's your last 7 days?
23.6K.
It's literally more than my total.
Yo.
Cole, you should
Oh, do you want to speak on like we already discussed kind of like the whole process of making that collab tape that you guys had? Is there anything like you want to talk about on that topic maybe, or like how it was on your end of like making the songs?
Fucking stressful, dude. I mean, it was fun. The end process was fun. I liked recording Veil. That was fun.
yeah, Veil we did what was it, the day before?
I think it was like fucking a couple hours before the tape dropped.
Actually, no, yeah, it was the night before.
Yeah. And then it was
Dropped to
supposed
12,
to be like,
and then we did it at like
yeah, it was supposed to be like Please in My Life Part 2, and then Infinity didn't get on, and then I got on, and then I recorded. That's my favorite song on the tape.
I was about to ask, what do you guys think would be the most fun you've had like recording on the tape? Like, what was the song that like you both like had the most fun making?
Yeah,
either Valet or Veil or Quiet Call for Help Part 2. Definitely one of those two. Those songs are my two favorites. A Quiet Call for Help Part 2 is actually my biggest song I know. It's doing really well because it's in the related tracks of Cole's newest song. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, it's just cool because I hit my first 1,000 like 2 months ago. So
now you got a couple of
and
songs
now I
with
have,
1,000 plays.
yeah, I have a couple, and actually while we were recording the interview, I refreshed and A Quiet Call for Help just hit 4K.
Oh, congrats!
So, yeah, I mean, thank you. So I was like super excited. I was like, oh my god, I didn't say anything, but yeah.
It's like those small milestones that like you work towards. Like you could just really see your progression. That's dope.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it
November
really
just hit 80K.
80K. Holy shit!
Yeah.
It's crazy. Cole, I wanted to ask you because I never really asked you this. Like, what was it like seeing me just like get better over time?
Watching you grow as an artist in terms of like your size was like a proud father watching his son go to college. It was like I was already semi big, but like watching you grow up and like become this like you're genuinely talented, man, and like you keep on going, you keep on becoming like sprouting into this new thing, you know, like you're experimenting, you're building a fan base. Like every time you have a win, it makes me happy. It's like watching my own son grow. Like I know that's not a really, it was like you're more like my best friend or like my brother, but like it's like watching you grow in terms of size and as an artist is like I'm just really proud because it's like you made so much progression from like the very beginning. I remember when you showed me Click and I was like, yo,
yeah, I talked.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. I was like, Cole was like, you were like, what the fuck? You're gonna be something, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah. You guys got like a nice wave going on. You got a big movement. I've only really been put on to you guys recently from Sega, but from what I see, both of you guys really been killing it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Especially Cole, though.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, he started like a year before me, so.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
You started, when did you start?
I started a couple months before you.
No, you didn't. You released your first Cole, whatever your first tape.
That wasn't on Kidcole. I don't think it was on Kidcole.
No, your first tape, the one with the Game Boy picture.
No, that wasn't a real thing. It wasn't a real thing.
Oh.
It was I started making music like in May 2019, and then like I took a break in the summer, and then like when I came back, I started blowing up. It was weird.
So like, what would you say like your release strategy is for like stuff? Like, would you say you plan out like albums and like rollouts and stuff, or are you more of like more organic kind of person? Like you just what happens happens.
I definitely plan things out a lot. I always I like if I could, if it didn't hurt my numbers, I would drop a song every day. I swear to God. I always ask Cole, I'm like, I dropped a song like 5 days ago, but I want to drop a song again today. He's like, nah, don't do it. I'm like, fine. I had a point where I did it like every week, and then I was like, okay, I need to do it every other week. And right now, I'm not gonna drop my next song for like maybe like a week, or maybe this week actually. I don't know.
But you know what? There's like goods and bads to it, because like as a fan, you get a lot of stuff, but also like there was this whole thing that like I saw a video on Lil Wayne, like people like he lost his luster because like he would drop up 3 mixtapes like a year, and like people took for granted like having a Lil Wayne mixtape, and then that's why the Carter 5 like got so big. Is like it's been so long, people waited. So there's a good and a bad to it, because like you do want your fans to get music, but you also don't want to oversaturate your market and like lower your value as an artist.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, if you drop albums and songs that much, it also like loses quality. But I mean, for albums, I probably plan them, and I do them almost instantly. Like, I don't know, I just want to keep making albums, but I gotta stop myself because I can't just drop that many projects. But if I could, I would drop a project every month.
Would you ever consider working with like a label on like a distribution side, or potentially signing at one point?
Yeah, most likely, but it would have to be like a smaller label. So like a label that like I'm their main artist. Yeah. So they do everything to make sure I could come like you know, just help them out. Because if I get signed to like a big label like Atlantic or something, I won't be their main artist. I will be just a small one, so they won't put as much into me. They won't push me out as much. But if there's a smaller label, they will push me out, and I will be their main priority, and they will want to get me out there so they could get a name for themselves.
Yeah, totally.
But I mean, yeah, if the opportunity came, I'd have to think about it. But it depends. But I mean, most likely I probably would. But I would make sure, you know, I could just do everything for some of my friends. I don't have a lot of friends in the music game. I'd say I only have like 4 like main friends. But I mean, like I have 2 main collaborators, but I'd say I have like 4 or 5 just friends in general. But yeah, so I just make sure they could come with me. I mean, and that's pretty much, I mean, all I want to do, because I don't do music for the sound. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for like anything. I do it for myself. It's a form of therapy. Like I tell everyone, I'm just a sad kid trying to express myself through music.
You know what? That's like the most organic way you can do things.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie and be like, yo, I've been, you know, in the ghetto since day one, trying to like make music. No, I mean, like, I've always had a little bit of stuff. I've never had like a lot, but I've always had a little bit of stuff. And I'm just doing it to make myself happy, and as a form of therapy. And now I can make other people happy. So. Where
do you think you'd see yourself by this time next year?
From the ghetto.
I'm not from the ghetto. I feel like I see myself at around Cole size, maybe a little smaller. Definitely.
I got super lucky.
Around then, I will start pushing myself out a lot more, though, and paying for stuff. All that.
Have you done any like live performances before?
No. Cole, do you want to talk about the one with Infinity we were planning?
We're still planning that.
I thought we were.
Me, him, Infinity, and Sam Makosi. We're all supposed to do a show eventually.
In LA.
I'm not sure how that's gonna play out.
That'll be
anything,
sick.
I'll do a show with like just you or like some other homies or some shit. Or, like,
but no, I have not done any performances. Actually, I live.
Sorry,
my bad. So in my part of Florida, and like there's the whole like Miami-Dade, you know, kind of like wave, the Broward County kind of wave, like all around there. But like my side of Florida is like around like Tampa and all that, and there's not a lot of artists who you see. There's not a lot of underground shows. The only artist I know who comes over here is you know who Ichabod Vanes is or no?
Unfortunately, no.
He is in members only. He's in, but yeah, he comes around here sometimes. But he's about it. Like no artist. There's no shows. No nothing over here.
You see, unfortunately, I'm not really tapped into the Florida wave. I live in New York, but I live in Long Island, so not like New York where there's things going on. New York City, I live right underneath there.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna do a show in New York this summer.
Oh, that would be sick.
Pretty sure I am. Me and Cole are gonna do one most likely.
Do you know where it would be?
No idea. Cole, where would it be? What?
Probably like New York or Florida.
No, I mean in New York. Where in New York will we do a show if I was to come over and do it?
Probably like Brooklyn.
And where?
I know people in Brooklyn that can get us a venue. Like Brooklyn would be an idea. I sound like a fucking pothead right now. Holy shit.
It's
He's
cool.
like super tired or sick or anything.
That would be sick though. I'd totally come and show up.
Yeah, definitely. If you came, I invite you on the stage or something.
Yo, you don't need to do all that, but like it would be sick.
I got nobody else to do it for, so might as well.
So, what do you think like is the thing you've progressed the most in like your style, your sound? Like, what do you think you've come the farthest on with like your music or your brand?
Vocals, definitely. Like when I started, like I told you, when I had like all those voice cracks in that one that one song. I mean, like my vocals have just gone crazy, crazy. I don't know. If you listen to one of my other songs, actually no, I privated it. Never mind. I could send it to you though. But it's called A Quiet Call for Help. It's the original. My vocals were like terrible. Shut up. He knows the song. But no, I mean they're just getting a lot better, just over time. They were getting a lot better. They started to get worse though, because I started making a lot of screamo, and it just screwed my vocal cords up. But I mean now they're getting a lot better, and it's just, I don't know. That's probably the farthest I've gone.
Yeah, no, totally. What would you say is like you've got like a really nice style with like all your cover arts? Like they all seem to like fit like a similar theme. What would you say is like your inspiration for like how you source your cover arts? Like how you get like your whole like style for your brand?
I really don't know. It's just like I don't really have an inspiration for my music and my brand and everything. It's just all kind of me.
Because like when I see your page, I think of people like Young Gravy or like someone who has like a really distinct style, and I feel like all of like your stuff like really coincides with each other. Like I'm always curious how like is it on purpose or is it just like you just happen to have like
it just kind of
similar
happens.
taste? Yeah,
I have a whole like thing I've been doing recently where it's like a whole vampire thing. It's been kind of my theme. It's like a vampire kind of theme.
ViolentValentinesDay Day vampire.
I mean, yeah, I guess. He's singing the song I made called Vampire.
Oh.
It was related to the whole theme. But yeah. I mean, that's basically my whole theme and where I get everything from. It's just like all my mind. Like it just kind of pops up. I think about it.
What would you say is your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show? I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Do you watch like a lot of YouTube?
Yeah, I do watch a lot of YouTube.
What's like your style of YouTube that you like to watch?
Do you know who like Penguin Zero, like Kidcole?
I've heard of Kidcole, and I think I've seen a few videos, but not like I'm not too tapped in.
I watch him, a YouTuber called Danny Gonzalez. You know H3, the H3 podcast?
Yeah, I've heard of H3. I've heard the name Danny Gonzalez. I've never watched the...
He's really funny. But I watch... Those are probably the three I watch the most. But yeah, I mean, movie-wise, I like Toy Story a lot because I grew up on that.
Yeah. Toy Story is a classic.
Definitely, I love Toy Story.
So, like, with your whole YouTube thing you do on the side, what would you say, like, is your main style that you go through, like, for your, like, videos? Like, who would be your inspirations for, like, how you started your YouTube?
Actually, I don't know. I just kind of do my own thing. Like, it's just, like, it's probably just a mix of ton of inspirations that I can't really name. I remember I wanted to do music reactions since 2017 or 18 from I'm Dante. I mean, that's the only one I could probably think of. It's just like kind of my own. It's just my personality. Like I put my personality out there. It's just what comes to mind. But yeah, it's just a side thing. I'd honestly be annoyed if it blew up and I was known as a YouTuber instead of an artist.
You know what? It'd still be a way to get yourself to push yourself up there.
I mean, definitely.
There's a lot of artists that were YouTubers at one point, so you know, you can't really count it out. Like if you figure out a way to blow up, you get to like you want to go through and go for it.
Yeah, I mean, there are some people who proved it, like Joji.
Well, I feel like that's different because he did music after he blew up. But like, there's artists that
That's
like
true.
did YouTube to blow up their music.
Oh, Quideka.
Yeah, or like Belu or like people like that. Like a lot of the YouTube
Yeah.
reactors, like they do that to promote their music.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But I was actually getting like a little annoyed because I started to gain a little bit of traction on TikTok. It's slowed down now. It's not as big as it was. But I started to get like a few like 1,000 views on some stuff, and I was really scared it was gonna blow up and go viral, and I was gonna be known as a TikTok like singer rapper.
But you know what? That's TikTok is how a lot of songs get really, really big. So like, there
That's
could
true.
be a lot worse things you can get popular off of. Like, say
Yes, I wouldn't be complaining, but it would just be like, oh my god. a
if
little
you
bit.
got like big off Twitch and like being like a game like Twitch streamer and then trying to promote your music, that'd be a lot harder to assimilate than like a TikTok viewership. Who
TikTok would be so easy.
it's like made around music.
Definitely.
For real.
Cole
My
actually
song
has
is
a
blowing
song-
up on TikTok right now.
Mm.
He has a song called Coronavirus. It's doing really well on TikTok. I don't know why it's doing so well. He just checked it yesterday and it just like started blowing up.
That's
Some
awesome.
fucking Asian.
I feel like
What?
I don't know how it is, but I feel like TikTok, like things don't go kind of viral. It's like either no one watches it or like thousands of people watch it. I don't
I
really.
mean, yeah, definitely.
I'm so curious on how like the algorithm works for that, because like I see people with
I
like
don't know, it's so weird.
people have like 20 million followers and get like 100,000, or like have like 1 million followers on TikTok and get like 100,000 plays, and then like people with like 1,000 followers will get 43 million plays on like every
So-
single thing. Like it's crazy.
I don't understand TikTok at all.
Mhm.
Like, I do it for fun sometimes, just to make myself or like my friends laugh. But I don't know.
Like I have friends who literally have no like social media fame or anything that like just make a TikTok for fun, and like it'll get like, I have one friend that got like got 2.2 million plays just off of, like he has like 10 followers and didn't gain any followers off of it. Like just no traction. It just randomly blew up on TikTok, and then the next TikTok he made got like 1,000 views or something like that.
That is
Like still a lot,
Amazing.
but like nothing compared to what he got like the
Yeah,
one
that's-
before. Like you'd think some people would stay to watch like the TikTok. It's crazy how that like app works.
yeah. The algorithm's so weird.
Mhm.
I'm actually Scars. You were talking about Scars.
Yeah, I know.
Scars told me that the first TikTok you make, they actually promote, they push out, and I tested that theory out, and it actually works.
Really? So you'd say like the first one is the one that you want to count?
Yeah, because they try to like with their first TikTok, they try to like just get the like view like the users of the app like a little bit hooked. Like if they get a lot of plays, they're like, oh, I want to keep doing this. So that's, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what they do.
That's crazy. Do you plan on like releasing a lot of your stuff on like streaming platforms, like getting like a commercial release going, or do you think you'd stick to like SoundCloud and like YouTube for now?
Definitely like I mean, I've been trying to get it out on iTunes and all that a lot recently because I have like a bunch of stuff uploading to iTunes and all that as we speak. But yeah, I definitely want to get it all.
Suicide
up on
Pack's
there.
coming to streaming platforms soon.
But not all the songs, just like I think
yeah,
4 or 5.
it's like a short EP.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay. So
Do you
I need
have
to
the
talk to you about
pre-save link for it? I can put that in the description if you want.
My mom got so excited because she heard me doing this. She's like, she like was snooping for like a minute, and I'm like, Mom, go. That's when I disappear. She's like, I'm listening. I'm like, Mom, stop listening.
So,
It's so awkward.
is there anything else you want to go through? I feel like we got a solid like almost
Yeah,
hour
we got
in
quite a
here.
lot.
Yes. Is there anything else
yeah,
you want
I
to go over? Or?
I mean, like all I can really think of is just like small stuff. Like I wanted to like say like maybe a little bit about my friend Spocky, but there was not a lot to say about him.
Go for it. I'm not trying to say we should close it. I'm just saying.
So I have this friend who I met through this Egovert group chat. His name is Spocky. He's like, he's just my main producer. He engineers a lot of my stuff, and he's like a really good friend of mine. And so basically, me and Cole have like kind of like a human centipede going on. So Cole started me, and then like I'm starting to start Spocky, and then eventually Spocky's probably gonna start someone. And we're just like
Cloud.
we have like a whole line going on. But yeah,
Yeah.
Spocky is my Spocky and Cole are my main people I work with, so I just wanted to like give a shout out to Spocky.
Yeah, no, shout out Spocky.
Definitely. But I mean that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Lucky is my cum slut.
God.
Well, this has been awesome. I really enjoyed this information, this podcast. I'm definitely gonna be checking out both of you guys a lot more. Like,
Awesome.
this has been awesome.
I love you, baby.
No, love you too. So, if there's nothing else you guys really want to talk about, I guess we could just end it.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I follow me on SoundCloud.
Obviously, yeah. If you have anything you want to promote really quick before we finish.
But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Awesome, yeah.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
So weird.
Out real Kidcole. On Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud, and OnlyFans. You can download my sex tape off.
Oh, you're so strange.
It is strange.